Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, it's Madonna Celebration Tour news time. The tour keeps rolling on. She's in LA now, I think. Let's talk about the guests. Who got more attention? Eric Andre appeared first, I think. And he, well, first thing he did was kiss Madonna's feet in worship of the goddess, the queen. And then he pulled his pants down so he could be spanked directly on his butt. And I've had a crush on Eric Andre since he was in Two Broke Girls, but he seems a bit unhinged at the moment. Like, if you look at the ads for his show, I don't know, there's something wrong there. But yeah, so people were complaining because Madonna's 11-year-old daughter was, in the production, and I'm like, well, they're not bothered by all the breasts in bare breasts in the room. Like, what does one little, well, it wasn't a little butt, one big butt, why is that such a problem? But okay, that's what happened. But Terri Jo appeared as well, and that was interesting because she was not impressed by these drag queens. She chopped, all of them was just chop, 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 chop. And I'm like, I remember when I first saw the show, I thought this section was cool. I thought this would be really cool to see the dancers all do sort of spontaneous sort of dances, and that I sort of thought it would be very them just sort of doing their own thing. And I realized, no, it's all choreographed, it's all the exact same thing, and it's all very rehearsed, and it just lost any sense of any value. I wasn't really interested in that section. But and everyone always says 10 because you either chop or 10, but everyone was giving 10s all the time. Like, God, is this just, can someone give a chop if they don't like one of the dancers, if they're not impressed by them? Well, Terri Jo chopped them all, and then she got the chop because one of the dancers came up and she hit the chop sign out of her hand, and it flew over her head, and Madonna was like and then she did like the drop, where she, I can't remember what the drop's called, where you basically go on your back, and that was like, like mic drop, you're done, you're not chopping any more of us. So that was interesting, seeing Terri Jo get the chop. The other thing of note was that Jonas Åkerlund, apparently, if that's how you say his name, was in the production team, actually behind the cameras. So it's looking like we're going to get a proper directed version of the concert. So it makes sense. We've gotten a proper production of every concert she's done, even though some of them didn't make it to DVD or home video the way we would have liked. Like the Virgin Tour didn't make it to DVD for some reason. They chose Ciao Italia, which is newer but not as good as Virgin Tour, which is like iconic. Who's That Girl Tour, it really didn't click. I kind of feel like it was like the proto Blonde Ambition. She wasn't quite there. But yeah, so that didn't get a release. Blonde Ambition was exclusive to Pioneer, so it got a Laserdisc and some regional video releases, but didn't get a proper video release and DVD release in the US or anywhere else. So that's an issue. Madam X was only released on Paramount Plus. I thought that would be limited time and then it would go to DVD, but it didn't, although there's fan versions on DVD and Blu-ray, not that I own any of them. But it is available if you want it, but it wasn't given an official release. Now, maybe that's because it sucks. Because it didn't work. It was supposed to be an intimate fan experience, but it just ended up being a theatre tour that tried to be a stadium tour and didn't work. So I'm kind of glad, in a way I'm okay if that never gets included, because I just consider it like a promotional tour. I don't really consider it a real tour. You sort of go from Rebel Heart to Celebration as far as I'm concerned. But Celebration, I really think it deserves a proper release, and it looks like Jonas is directing, so it might get one. Now, whether it is released exclusively to a streamer, because we all know streamers don't make any money, and DVDs and Blu-rays used to make money, and then they killed all those to favour the streamers, and then they didn't get any money out of the streamers because they only make money if new subscribers come, and it's just the same people watching over and over again. So that's been a whole disaster. So I don't know what's going to happen with the next one. Do we get a release? Do we get a limited streaming release and then a DVD Blu-ray release, since it normally would take long anyway? We'd sometimes waited up to 2 years. So I don't know what's happening, but at least we're going to get a proper version, whether fans end up putting on DVD or whether the Madonna's people do, I don't know, but at least we'll get a quality production. But I think that's it. I can't think of anything else Madonna wise. Madonna news-wise. Oh, one little thing that she did, which because I have a love-hate relationship with Madonna, but one thing she did that made me immediately bond with her was she was talking about, or milking her near-death experience again. And she was saying how the doctor, she was saying, when am I going to feel normal? When am I going to get my energy back? When am I going to feel like me again? The doctor's like, just go outside, sit in the sun. You know, you need the vitamin D. Your kidneys need it. She's like, hello, have you looked at me? Like, I'm white. Like, I can't go in the sun. I hate the sun. I'm like, my queen, we are bonded. I'm white. I can't go in the sun. I hate the sun. So I have to take vitamin D pills because I never go in the sun. So I was feeling her in that moment, but she went out and sat in the sun, and I think it helped. I don't know. She recovered. She's okay, but I do feel she's milking it a little bit. But I guess every show she has to give the same sort of speech, and that it does feel like a bit repetitive, and always has with a lot of her stuff. But I'm gonna go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. This video was supposed to be shorter, but I don't know. I like talking about Madonna. Like I said, love, hate. I'm loving her today. Don't know why.